Intensity of the sound wave, that what we got, is equals to P by S. So here in this case, depending on the source nature, if you take point source like this, then here in this case, this sound wave will be distributed spherically around it, so that this surface S value will become equals to 4 pi r square of that, the surface area of it. If it is an extended source like this will be distributed like this, so that the surface area is equals to 2 pi RL like. That means intensity of this at this particular surface, the total power generated will be distributed here. So P by 4 pi r square, where P is proportional to this A square value. So here in this case, that amplitude of the wave, sound waves are this, on reaching to this particular distance is going to change. So that the Y value of it can be taken as A by R times cos kx minus omega t on reaching to this particular point. Similarly, in the second case, P by, it is 2 pi RL like this, then as P is proportional to A square, then Y value will be taken as A by root R times cos of kx minus omega t on reaching to the surface of it in the second case. So here intensity of the sound wave when it is moving away from the source gradually decreasing, diminished. So here while talking here from here, simply a student sitting nearby to me, simply first bench student, can hear it little bit louder, whereas a student at the last bench, okay, will feel that it is intensity is gradually diminished. So it is maybe audible, may not be. So we need to speak loudly so that the intensity received by the last student will be of his normal hearing capacity. That means here normal hearing capacity means how to. Normal hearing capacity in the sense, the minimum intensity that a person can receive. That means our eardrum can receive. Simply, it's of intensity. I is equals to that threshold value, you can say, minimum intensity of sound, intensity threshold intensity value. If you compare, if you just come across, its value will be 10 to the power of minus 12 watt per meter square. To that extent we can hear. If it is lower than that, it will not be audible for us. So here in this case, threshold value of the frequency, it is different. So for the sound waves, we can hear that 20 Hz to 20 kHz. This is the audible range of frequency. Beyond this range of frequency, we will call it as just high frequency or ultrasonics, we will call that. Whereas less than this, simply infrasonic. So these frequencies are also we can't hear, but here it is about, even though it is in the range of audible one, but its intensity is very much lower than this, then also we cannot hear that sound clearly. So here normally the audible intensities will be measured in the case of decibel scale. In the decibel scale, simply we will call it as beta. It is simply termed as 10 logarithm of value of I by I naught, where this I naught value is the threshold level of intensity, where I is the intensity with which actually is receiving then. So this is I is the received intensity, I naught is the threshold level of intensity. So here in this case, beta value of it is taken like this. So here if you got 1 watt per meter square, if it is received, then the beta value will be equals to 10 log of I by I naught, means 1 by 10 power minus 12 watt per meter square cancel. You will get 10 log 10 power 12. This logarithm we wrote in the sense, it is base 10, it is 120 decibels we will call it. So if it is 1 watt per meter square, means it is very high intensity for us, which we can't bear generally. So 120 decibels is the threshold one for us, so that our eardrum will not be broken. Otherwise, it will be affected simply. So like this, so normal range of frequency 60 decibels, like that we will just try to express the intensity of it. If I1 is the intensity, corresponding decibel value is beta 1. I2 is the intensity, corresponding decibel value is beta 2. Then beta 2 minus beta 1 will be equals to 10 log I2 by I1. So if any two values are given to you, we can compare decibels, and hence the difference in the two intensities can be verified in the decibel scale by using this formula. Based on intensity of the sound level in decibel scale, let us take one example. A sound level at a point 5 meters away from a point source is 40 decibels. What will be the level at a point 50 meters away from the same source? So here in this case, it is a point source. First, that is the data point. Clearly, point source is given. So as distance is changing, that intensity is going to change. So here R1 value is 5 meters away, R2 value is 50 meters away. So here the intensity ratio I1 by I2 is equals to R2 square by R1 square, where this R2 square is 50 square by 5 square, you will get 100. So now coming to this beta 2 minus beta 1, that is 10 log I2 by I1 it is. So here 10 log of I1 by I2 value is 100 for us. So here is I2 by I1 value is 1 by 100. So it's 10 power minus 2 we can say. So here it is minus 20 decibels. So here beta 2 minus 40 decibels is the value. So beta 2 is equals to 40 minus 20, which is 20 decibels is the value of it. So here velocity of a longitudinal wave, that means a sound wave in this case, which we got it as root over b by rho. So here in this case, velocity of this one in solid medium will be more in general, not in every case it may be. Then it comes liquids, then it comes gases. This is the known thing. Of course, velocity of this one in hydrogen will be comparable to the liquids also, mostly. And compared to some of the liquids, velocity of this sound in hydrogen gas will be more than that in general cases. The sound wave is propagating from one medium to another medium. Sound moves are propagating from one medium to another medium. Here just like reflection and transmission of waves as we discussed. Here in this case what will happen? So here if you take, this is the medium 2, this is the medium 1. For example, this is air, this is a liquid like. Then sound wave when it just travels and that incidents on it simply. Here the velocity of this one in gases, that is in air, and velocity of this sound in liquid. This is more than this. So here in this case, if you compare with normal light like optical reflection like conditions, here it should obey the laws of reflection. It must obey the laws of reflection. Normal incidence means normally it will be reflected back and a part of it is transmitted. A part of it is transmitted. And here in this case, if it is just incident on at some angle like this, then it must be reflected back obeying the laws of reflection and it will be transmitted. Now the condition is, now the important point is simply, while transmitting, frequency of that one remains constant. Frequency remains constant. While moving from one medium to another medium, velocity changes and hence wavelength of that lambda value changes. So that here a part of energy may be absorbed. So here in this case, amplitude of that one changes and hence energy absorbed means energy transmitted will be somewhat lower than this. So simply energy value associated with that will change and hence power intensity, mainly the intensity of that sound wave when it is traveling from one medium to another medium, it changes, usually decreases. So here in this case, our intention is to discuss what will happen at this boundary condition. As we discussed earlier, here in this case, y value of it is incident one plus reflected one for normal incidence is equals to y of the transmitted one at the boundary, and we know that at that particular instant regarding displacement wave analysis, the same equations we can consider 1 and 2 which we considered earlier. So here also we can take amplitude of the reflection one, that is k1 minus k2 by k1 plus k2 into ai. A transmitted is equals to 2k1 by k1 plus k2 into ER, and hence we can find out absorption coefficient and reflection coefficient and transmission coefficient based on this. So these are the things we need to recall so that we can find it out. So here in this case, while moving from air to liquid, here in this case its velocity is more, it means it is acoustically rarer. Acoustically rarer. This air is acoustically denser. So here in this denser medium its velocity is less compared to velocity of a sound in this rarer medium. So here it is denser to rarer it is travelling. So here in this case denser to rarer it is travelling, like in this case velocity of a sound in this liquid is more. So on the denser surface it is reflected back, there will be no any phase change. If it is just moving from rarer to denser medium, it is on the denser surface there will be a phase change of pi, just like we got the reflection of a transverse wave at the fixed end and at the rarer end. In the case of longitudinal waves or sound waves, if we come across principle of superposition, which is same as transverse waves case. So if you take A1, A2 different, I am just trying to give the new set of formulas for this. So A1 sin kx minus omega t, A2 sin of kx minus omega t plus phi, or you can take cosine also. So principle of superposition states that y is equals to y1 plus y2, then y is equals to sum of these two will indicate summation of these two, which is equals to AR sin kx minus omega t plus theta, where this AR is equals to root over A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos phi of it, phase difference, and tan theta of it, new phase difference value is equals to A2 sin phi upon A1 plus A2 cos phi will be the tangent value of this resultant phase difference of it. So these are the two expressions. So here now coming to intensity of it, I1 value is proportional to A1 square, I2 value is proportional to A2 square, so that the resultant intensity is proportional to AR square. So this I value is equals to simply proportional to AR square if you take some constant times A1 square, constant times A2 square, some constant times A1 A2 cos phi, then I value will be equals to I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2 cos phi will be the expression, and here this I maximum will be root I1 plus root I2 whole square, provided cos phi is equals to 1, cos phi value is 1, and this one implies phi value is equals to only plus 1 value you have to get, not minus 1. So here it will be 2n pi it is. Similarly, I minimum now becomes root I1 differ root I2 whole square, provided cos phi is minus 1 implies phi is equals to 2n minus 1 into pi, here it is, provided n values were taken 1, 2, 3 and so on. Here n value 0, 1, 2, 3. So in order to have 0 here in this case, you can take it as 2n plus 1 into pi. So this is a condition for maximum intensity. This is the minimum intensity. This is general intensity for any phase difference of it. This two. Here this phase difference as we got earlier, this phase difference can be taken as 2 pi by lambda times path difference value of it. So whatever the path the two waves will follow to reach or to superimpose on each other at one particular point, that particular path difference is to be calculated so that we can find out the phase difference. Or else if initial phase difference is given, you need to add it for this path difference calculated, phase difference calculated based on path difference. So this is how we'll go for intensity of the sound waves due to the superposition of any two sound waves. So in the case of sound waves, as we discussed, reflection and superposition of sound waves. If we consider a pipe, at the other end of it is water or some solid medium is there, so that sound waves are generated by using a tuning fork. The waves will be propagated. So displacement wave of it is, if it is represented here at this end, its displacement is maximum, and it moves in this argon pipe, and it is reflected back and just superimposed on the incident one. So we will get a stationary wave here, but it is longitudinal stationary wave. So here if you consider the pressure wave of it simply, and reaching to this one, pressure would be maximum as it is getting reflected back, and again it is superimposed on it. So at the open end of it, the pressure would be minimum, and at that other end, closed end, pressure would be maximum. So here the stationary waves, if you study, where the pressure wave and displacement wave are having a phase difference of pi by 2. Here displacement antinode, if it is formed, then here the displacement node will be formed. Corresponding to that, in the case of pressure wave, this pressure antinode will be formed at the closed end of it, and the pressure node will be formed at the open end of it. So now considering this part of length L is equals to the fundamental mode of vibration, if you consider. That means here the number of ways in which this stationary waves can be generated fitting to that length of it, generally described as normal modes of vibration. So here in that case, it is node and it is antinode. The minimum distance L value will become equals to lambda by 4 it is, lambda by 4. So if you go through the other modes of it simply, the second and third like modes of it, if you verify, then it will be different. So here in this case, lambda is equals to 4L, and the frequency of vibration will be equals to V by lambda. So that is V by 4L is known as first harmonic or the fundamental mode of vibration. Fundamental mode of vibration. If you go through the next higher mode of it, exactly it is to be fitted so that open end will be antinode like this, then the closed end will be node. Means you may get another node here, another antinodes. So one antinode, one node. Here two antinodes, two nodes, like that it will be executed. So in such a cases, for the second mode of it, L value will be equals to, this length is lambda by 2, this is lambda by 4. So it is 3 lambda by 4 it is. Implies lambda is equals to 4L by 3. So that frequency, this is 1, this is simply F is equals to V by lambda in this sense, 4L by 3. So 3 times of the fundamental frequency. This is called a third harmonic. This is called a third harmonic of it. Similar to that, the next one if you go for it. So generally if you go for that, it will be equals to F is equals to 2n plus 1 times V by 4L it is, or 2pn is, if you confuse the 2p plus 1, if you consider first harmonic or half loop, you are getting it, not even half loop. Here 2p plus 1 times V, provided p values are taken to be equals to 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. So here in this case, then F value will be this one, provided V value is equals to or gamma RT by M. These are the possible modes of vibration in this pipe. That means here in this case, exactly it is fitted means the natural frequency of vibration of that air column in it will be made equals to the frequency with which it is made to vibrate, that is tuning fork frequency. That means forced vibrations are vibrational frequency is same as the natural frequency of that air column. Then that air column will vibrate with maximum amplitude like that, so that you will get a shrill sound like a whistle kind of sound, which you call it as that phenomenon of it is called as a resonance. So that this particular part will be at resonance. If it is not exactly matching like this or in between these two modes, you will not get that kind of shrillness. That means it will not be in a resonance. So these are the cases where the natural frequency or the higher order frequencies of that vibrating air column will be matching with the used frequencies there to vibrate it, so that they will be in resonance and you will get a maximum intensity of sound. Coming to the same kind of analysis in the case of open organ pipes. In that case, normal modes, if you come across, the del value will be in the first case, it is equals to, sir, this is lambda by 2 because this is a antinode to antinode. The distance is lambda by 2. So that lambda is equals to 2L, frequency is equals to V by 2L is the first harmonic or the fundamental frequency. Similarly, F2 if you consider, for that length L value will become equals to, whereas this is pressure mode, pressure minimum, displacement maximum, displacement maximum. Like that here, displacement only I just considered here, from here to here it is second fundamental, second frequency of it, harmonic of it if you consider. Antinode to antinode, this distance will be lambda. So that this is V by L it is, or 2V by 2L. So this is a second harmonic. So here in this case there is another kind of naming. This is 3V by 2L, third harmonic. Here in this case you can say 2 times of fundamental one. So this is also called as first overtone. This is also called as second overtone it is. So these are the overtones. So here in this case, whatever you are saying, it is a third harmonic. Third harmonic, you can call it as first overtone in the case of closed organ. So like that it will be named. So you must be careful while understanding the names given to them as overtones and harmonics. So here it is first overtone, third harmonic is first overtone, fifth harmonic will be second overtone, like so it will be extended. So here based on this some problems will be given, we need to understand.